Hey guys, Kev here, and I have an unboxing to do for you, and I am going to use Trevor Burger Urban. This is a custom Urban. This is actually number one, right-handed. I do have a left-handed Urban custom on the way as well, which is pretty cool. And then I have this. This is from Urban EDC. And this is the production version. They're calling it the LC. This is in full titanium and M390 with a satin finish. Now, I handled the prototype. I reviewed that. And I'm not quite sure why I picked this up, honestly. I feel like I bought it just to buy it. I'm not going to lie. Because I literally have this. And I love this knife. I truly love the custom version. And I've done a comparison and all types of stuff with it. So, I don't know. It was an interesting choice for me to do it. Because I really wasn't going to. And then I, last minute, decided to order one. I was hoping they change this to a hollow grind. But does not look like they did. It is dead centered. So we are dead nuts. It wasn't a sealed pouch, so, you know, Riot did the QC, I guess. You can see it's stonewashed. It's got, like, specks of stuff all over the titanium. It doesn't look very good in that aspect. It looks kind of beat up. But I guess it's meant to be stonewashed versus bead blasted in this case. Unless that is their bead blast. I don't know. But I have, like the F5 here is bead blasted. And that doesn't have any weird, you know, specs or stonewash looking stuff on it. So that tells me, I think they meant to stonewash this, or this one just got messed up. I don't know. But you can see the size is identical. The shape is almost identical. There's some differences. Pivot collar, no collar, fake tie connector hardware. There's your body screws. They look like T8, yep. You have the same lanyard hole or pin. You have the same clip. I mean, it all looks very similar. Obviously, the frame lock is a little thinner here. It's something Trevor's really good at, is doing the lock bar and the detent. It all works really well together. He has an interesting way of doing that. You obviously have the numbering here for the custom. You don't have that here. And you also have a little bit of a different flipper tab. A little bit more pokey up here. And this one's a little more rounded. This one has a really strong detent. And I love it. It's perfect. The way he does the jimping up and around. And then the nice stout detent really works. And you can easily reverse flick it. That's left-handed. It's a little harder because of the lock bar. But if you're right-handed, you can just fire it off that full hollow grind. Has a hand satin full hollow, so to the spine, it is a hollow grind. It is marvelous. And that makes it to where your finger catches really well and you can flick it. So love this knife. And let's see how they did here. Yeah, I mean, it's a good representation, I would say. Detent is lighter. Hear my dog like choking on something over there. Detent feels lighter. But not too light. I mean, it's fine. Actually, feels about the same. So it might be the retention. The way this just pops is amazing. And this, yeah, I think it might just need to break in. I think we just need to have that detent wear a path on the track, and it'll be good to go. Yeah, it's already starting. Oh my god! All right, it's already starting to drop. Yeah, it's just a little different in the sense that you have to pop it a little bit. Not even. I'm just learning here. Hey, look at that. I think it just took a second to break in. Oh, That was me. There it is. A little harder to flick off of a flat grind. They did go with the flat grind. No play, no rock. Yeah, I gotta say, well, two things. If you didn't know better, you would think this was the same, right? Like if you looked at these two from the front like this, you would think it's the same, you know, just finish differences, right? So I think Riot did a great job there. It's about half the price, so, you know, that's important. Yeah, I really like it. I think they did a great job on this. I think it'll break in really nicely. I do think I'm going to sell this probably instantly, and it's not because it's not good. It's because I have the custom, and I love the out of the custom. I really do. So I just don't really need a production version of it. And honestly, this is damn close. I mean, if you think about it, you know, Trevor's making his on a CNC machine, so that's what Riot's doing. So it's kind of, it's very in the same ballpark, if you know what I mean. They did the jimping right. Comes up, and it does come over. Just a touch, it comes over, and that really helps you grab. You can do the reach around move. Yeah, this is just going to get better and better. Honestly, I really like this. I am very impressed right now. So, great job on that, Riot. Let me show you something. So, if we take a Q-tip, and let's just do this real quick. I need 2 of them. Then we take some KPL heavy, like so. Get that on there. Pop that. And then we put a little bit on that detent ball. Detent ball is down in there. I don't know if I can show you. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the detent ball? There it is. The little nub you see there is the detent ball. It's very small on this. Somebody else noted that to me. But that's just kind of by design, I guess. I think Trevor does it similarly. So we put a little bit of KPL heavy on that detent ball. And then we're got to be careful here. We're not going to lock it up right away. We're going to kind of open and close it with a little bit of pressure on the frame lock. What is that going to do? It's going to put pressure on the detent ball on the track. As it's traveling back and forth on the track, we're putting pressure down, which makes it wear in quicker. And then we have that oil in there as well, the heavy, that'll stay in place, mostly, and smooth everything out. So we just do this. And like I said, we're careful here not to let it lock up. And I'll tell you why in a second. Be careful. You don't want it to accidentally lock up and then jab your hand here or something. Just, you know, take your time. Make sure you're comfortable if you're going to do this. So that pressure is wearing that track in. We're putting a little pressure on as we pop it into place. That could knock off any burrs you might have on the edge of your detent hole. Not something you have to do. There's no detent lash or anything, so probably not an issue. So now I'm getting close to lock up. I'm going to pass that detent, but still not locking up. Just rocking it there, and then a few more of these, and then I'm going to close it. And why am I doing all this? I want to make sure I don't get oil on the lock face or on the tang, because that will cause lock stick. If you get oil on here and it transfers to that lock bar insert, it could cause stick. It's a lot less likely to be a problem with a steel insert. It's way more of an issue if you have just titanium, but it's still an issue. So what I do is I do what I just did. Like I said, I'm careful not to not to lock it up. And then I do this. I'm cleaning that tang with a Q-tip, and as you can see, I did clean up some schmutz there. So now I'll flick it open. Nice. And it should possibly drop to my nail now when I close it. Boom. And she's butter. So I'm going to do that 2 or 3 times. And then I'm going to check again and just clean this up one more time. It looks like they do not have a detent ball ramp on this model. So when you have a detent ball ramp, it's much more likely that you're going to have that transfer because the ball is literally traveling through a ramp and then almost past the lock face and jumping on, as opposed to just popping back and forth. And that'll cause you to have oil seepage a little bit more, but this seems fine. And I'm not feeling any lock stick at all. Feels really good. I think personally, I wouldn't have minded it being a hair stronger on the detent, but it's certainly fine. Good. It's good. I mean, you can see. Let me just demonstrate. Reverse flick, pops, drop, smooth shake down. Front flip, pops, smooth shake down. Oops, that was me. Reach around, money. Here's the custom, reverse flick. So, yeah, it's a little snappier and a little smoother. That's one of the things with the South African customs is there's nothing here, nothing. But you also have a polished. Let me clean this off too. Here. You also have a polished blade. This has a hand satin, so it's polished in a sense. Where this has the belt satin, it needs to wear a path. It takes a little bit of time to wear a path, but I mean, yeah, for a production knife right out of the box, this is sick. They killed it. They really did. So great job, LeftyEDC. Great job, Riot, on these. They did take a long time, but at least they made sure they were well worth the wait, and I think they did that in spades. So let me know what you guys think down below. This is the Trevor Burger Urban Design, but it is the LeftyEDC LLC. These are probably going to show up possibly before you see this video, or right around the time. Maybe I'll try to schedule it when they do a drop, but I'm certain they're going to do a drop of these. They're going to have a good number of these in all the finishes. I believe there's this version, which is all tie with the belt satin. Then there's a black one that has, I'm pretty sure, a acid wash blade, a black micarta handle, or black tie with a black micarta inlay. It looks pretty sick. And then I believe there was a all micarta handle that was like green micarta with a black micarta inlay, and then a stonewash blade. That's what I think the 3 versions are. I wish I'd got something different because this is so similar to my custom. It just doesn't make sense for me to keep it, But I do really like this. So if you love this design and you just, A, don't want to dish out for a custom, B, don't, care about the custom stuff, or C, like maybe you want a belt satin, or maybe you want the micarta, the stuff you can't get from Trevor. This is a wonderful alternative. I mean, I don't think there's enough here to justify a $300 jump. Other than, I mean, it might even be more than that. $400 maybe. Other than if you care about custom, if you care about acoustic, because the acoustic's a little better on this. I mean, you can hear it pop, snap. But once this breaks in, I mean, whew, yeah. So I'm going to shut up now. I love you guys. Let me know what you think. I will put a link to this if I can. I will link Urban EDC as well. And I highly recommend this. Best thing I can say is I highly recommend this. So, love you guys. Hope you have a fantastic day. And I will catch you later.